Hello everyone. Once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself Pavni Raj from Department of CSCDS. So in this section we are going to discuss about the access matrix. Introduction to access matrix in OS. The access matrix is a security model in operating system that defines the permissions and access rights of an subject to objects. It represents a table of rows and columns where rows correspond to subjects and column corresponds to objects. With each entry specifies the access rights of a subject to an object. Access matrix provide a structured way to enforce access control policies within an operating system. Then elements of an access matrix. Subjects. These are entities within the system that can request access to objects such as processors or users objects. These are the resources in the system that subjects can access, such as the files, dictionaries, or devices. Access rights. These define the specific operations that subjects are allowed to perform on objects, such as read, write, execute, or delete operations. Access control lists. Access control lists are common implementation of access matrix that associate access rights with individual objects. Each object in the system has an associated access control list that lists the subjects and their corresponding access rights. Access control lists provide a flexible way to manage access control to a granular level by specifying permissions for each objects separately. Then fourth is a capability list. Capability lists are an alternative implementation of access matrix that associate access rights with individual subjects. Each subject in the system has an associated capability list that enumerates the objects it can access and the corresponding access rights. Capability lists provide a more secure approach to access control by focusing on the capabilities of subjects rather than the permission of objects. Access control models. Discretionary access control. In DAC models, access rights are determined by the owner of an object, who can grant or revoke permissions at their discretion. Mandatory access control. In mandatory access control, access rights are centrally controlled by a system-wide security policy enforced by the operating system. Role-based access control. In role-based access control models, access rights are assigned based on the roles that subjects assume within the system, simplifying administration and management. Access matrix example. The subject is a user A and the objects are like file X, dictionary Y. And access rights. User A has a read and write of permissions on file X. User A has a read and permission on directory Y. Access matrix operations. Grant. Access additional access as an additional access rights to a subject for a specific object. Revoke. Remove access rights from the subject for a specific object. Check. Verify whether a subject has the necessary permissions to perform a specific operation on a subject. Then benefits of a access matrix. Fine-grained control. Access matrix allows for detailed control over who can access what resources and what operations they can perform. Security. By enforcing access control policies, access matrix help prevent unauthorized accesses and protect sensitive information. Flexibility. Access matrix can be adapted to different security requirements and access control models based on the needs of the system. And the last is the conclusion. The access matrix is a fundamental concept in operating system security that governs how subjects access objects within a system. By defining access rights and operations in a structured manner, access matrices help enforce access control policies and protect system resources. Understanding the principles and implementations of access matrix is essential for designing secure and efficient operating systems. Okay, thank you.